Good afternoon. Can I get everyone's attention, please? Oh, thank you. My name is Mayor Ted Betancourt, and it's my honor to welcome all of you to the Wigan Auditorium here at Peabody City Hall for a very special ceremony honoring our outstanding Peabody Fire Department. I'm very honored to be joined today by a number of elected officials. I wanted to mention them and thank them for being here. From our City Council, we have Councilor Julie Daigle, Councilor Stephanie Peach, Councilor Pete McGinn, and from our school committee member Joe Amico. Thank you for joining us today. I also wanted to give special mention to our police chief, Tom Griffin, who's here today, and I know a great supporter of the fire department. Thank you, Chief. And also a special thank you. It's great to see our former fire chief, Joe Daly, here, and I wanted to say hi to Chief Daly. So today we are combining a number of wonderful ceremonies into one program. First, we are promoting a well-deserving firefighter, Luke Murdoch, to the position of lieutenant. Next, we will be swearing in 7 new firefighters into the department. And then we will be swearing in a new reserve firefighter, Eric Wright. And then also, Chief Dowling will be paying tribute to some outstanding firefighters for their exemplary work over the past year. I have been looking forward to this ceremony for quite some time. Not only is it a wonderful opportunity to recognize and celebrate individual firefighters at various stages of their career, but it is also a chance to pay tribute to all the outstanding men and women who make up the Peabody Fire Department. Peabody firefighters deserve great credit for the skill and professionalism they demonstrate every day on our behalf. And it's been a very busy stretch for the Peabody Fire Department with some very challenging calls and fires over the past couple of years. And we are very fortunate to have such dedicated firefighters working together to keep us safe and protect us from harm. Public service is an admirable career. However, being a firefighter or a police officer is a true calling. Being the son of a police officer myself and having other family members and close friends who have served and currently serve our departments, I have deep respect for those willing to put on that public safety uniform. Your willingness to sacrifice your own safety to protect the life and property of others is particularly noble and even heroic. We are very fortunate to have such dedicated firefighters working together on our behalf, and on behalf of a grateful community, I want to thank each of you here today for your continued service to the city and for your continued commitment to the citizens of Peabody. And please join me in a round of applause for all of our firefighters. Thank you. And now I'd like to turn it over to Chief Dowling for some comments. And I'm very proud, earlier this week it was announced that we have signed an extension for Chief Dowling for an additional 3-year contract to serve as our Peabody Fire Chief.
All right. Thank you, Mayor Betancourt. I appreciate the kind words. It's been great working with you these last couple of years. You're a great leader for the city of Peabody. I admire your, just your dedication to the city and the citizens of Peabody. And I love coming to work every day. And working for a boss like you makes it pretty easy. So thank you, and I look forward to the next couple of years. Thank you. I'd also like to thank our city councilors that are here, school committee members. I thought I saw a state rep here maybe, but you always support the fire department. I appreciate it. Everyone appreciates the fire department. It's key to have your support, so thank you very much. Also, Chief Griffin, Tom Griffin. Tom and I have a great relationship. We work well together. Last couple of years, he helped me out when I first started. I look forward to moving into the same building with you in the year and a half. And just want to thank you for being here, Tom, and your support. Thank you. So first off, I'd like to congratulate Lieutenant Luke Murdoch. Luke was actually promoted in July, as the mayor said. We wanted to get an early start on it. He's been doing a fantastic job. I know how hard he worked. He's been on it about 11 years. He took his time, learned the job, learned from his peers, and then started studying. And I know that process is difficult, taking that promotional exam, going through it myself. But you put the time in, you're away from your family. So that today is also about you and your wife and your children. So I want to congratulate you all. It's a great accomplishment, and keep up the good work. Thanks, Luke. 7 new firefighters are going to be sworn in tonight. I'm just going to read their names off in no particular order. Chris Paolini, George Sonis, John Canatella, Eric Rasney, Patrick McGuire, Nicholas Murata, and Matt Sharon. Congratulations, guys. I'm very happy to have you coming on board. I'm sure you're very excited. It's been 3 years. They've been on the reserve list for just about 3 years now. So the mayor and I interviewed them in March of this year, and to finally get them sworn in and getting going is very exciting. I can't wait for Monday to get you guys started. But so they're going to be going through a rigorous training program, 5 weeks of in-house training. We have some instructors that work at the academy that work for our department, and we also have some other instructors that are certified. So they'll do 5 weeks with us in-house, and then after that, they'll head to the Firefighter Academy in Stowe for 10-week academy, and graduate January 9th, and then they'll be back on the line. So just make sure you keep up with your studies, take it serious. You're going to learn a lot in the next 4 months. And when you get back, keep up with the training. Just keep training as long as you're on the job, because the job is always changing. So I'm real proud of you guys. Congratulations, and we'll see you Monday morning. Enjoy tonight. And also, I want to congratulate the families of all 7 firefighters. They should be very proud. I think this is the best job in the world. I bet you everyone also back here agrees. They're joining a great department. I think that all 7 are going to do great. They're all great kids. So thank you. I also want to recognize firefighter reserve candidate Eric Wright. Eric Raya. Eric, we swore in 8 reserves last September. Eric was deployed at the time, so couldn't get sworn in. So we're going to swear in Eric tonight. He'll be backdated until last September. So just want to thank you for your service, Eric, and congratulations. Last but not least, I want to thank the HR department. We have a new HR director, Dagmar Whitaker. She's doing a great job since April when she started. And her team of Kelly Bloom, Tara Lejeune, and Beth Amico, they're fantastic. They do a great job. They're very busy in there, so I want to thank the HR department. And last but not least, my office, my senior clerks, Donna Zellen, who can't be here tonight, Alexander Matsoulis, and Jen Lane. They just started less than a year ago, and they're doing an unbelievable job. Couldn't be happier, so thank you for your hard work. So now we can get on with the swearing in.
Thank you, Chief. That was great. And I'm very pleased to start off today's ceremony with the promotion of firefighter Luke Murdoch to the position of lieutenant. I'd like to invite Luke and his family to come forward to be sworn in as lieutenant by our city clerk, Allison Danforth. Luke has been a firefighter with us since June of 2014 and well deserves this promotion. And I'm going to, after the swearing in, I'm going to ask him to come up and say a few words. So.
I, Luke Murdoch, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all duties incumbent upon me as a lieutenant of the Peabody Fire Department in the city of Peabody, according to the best of my abilities and understanding, agreeably to the rules and regulations of the Constitution and laws of this Commonwealth, and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Peabody, so help me God. And I do solemnly swear that I will uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, so help me God. Thank you. I am honored and humbled to be standing in front of you today as the newest lieutenant of the Peabody Fire Department. This achievement was not possible without the help of my family, my friends, and my peers. I would like to start by thanking all the members of my family that have gathered here tonight. Your continuous support over the years is once again on display as you join me tonight in my promotion, a promotion that I wholeheartedly share with you. I would like to acknowledge my parents, Kevin and Gail Murdoch, for being the constant positive role models I have needed throughout my life. Thank you. To my daughters, Layla and Ella Rose, when you were little, you would beg me not to go to work. And I'd often say to you, I had to go to work so another fireman could go home to their families. Thank you for doing your part. There is no one more deserving of my praise and gratitude tonight than my wife, Nikki. Being the spouse of a firefighter is not easy. We are routinely gone from home for stretches of 24 to 48 hours or more. During these times, you are left to pick up all the slack, cook all the meals, and do whatever has to be done alone. Citizens don't stop you in the grocery store and say thank you for your service. And people do not just drop off food at your door just because. Being a firefighter is an incredibly fulfilling career, one that is not possible without the support of family and friends. Please join me in a round of applause for not only my wife, but all the spouses and all the family members here with us tonight. Another group that I must give praise to is the men and women of the Peabody Fire Department, especially all the members of Group 4, past and present, that I have had the pleasure of working with in my career. My time as the backstep on Engine 3, Group 4, shaped me into the fireman I am here today, and I will always be grateful for my time at Prospect Street and on Group 4. Lastly, congratulations to the 7 new hires in your families. May your career be full of good health, good times, amazing stories, and may your retirement be longer than your career. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant. That was a great speech. Well done. Congratulations again. Every year, hundreds of men and women take the civil service test with the hopes of becoming a firefighter or a police officer. Very few realize that goal. Scoring high grades on the test, passing extensive background checks, performing physical aptitude tests, and a screening interview were all required to attain this goal. And knowing the importance of the job and understanding that each firefighter or police officer represents our community, the hiring process is something I personally take very serious. Today, we are welcoming 7 new firefighters to the ranks. I continually stress the importance of having talented, committed, hardworking firefighters working for Peabody. And most important to me is having people who care. To me, and I say this every ceremony, police officers, firefighters, and teachers are truly the faces of our city. You are the ones our children look up to, and you are the ones who people look to in times of trouble. I am thrilled as mayor to say that I feel fortunate that we have a strong and capable fire department, and I truly believe these 7 new firefighters meet the high standards we expect, and each will do a great job for our city. I wanted to ask each of the 7 to come forward. Chris Paolini, John Canatella, George Sonis, Eric Rasney, Nicholas Murata, Patrick McGuire, and Matthew Sharon. And I'm going to ask our City Clerk Allison Danforth to come forward and give the oath.
Please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I,
Do solemnly swear that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all duties incumbent upon me
all duties incumbent upon me
as a firefighter
as a Peabody Fire Department. City of Peabody. According to the best of my ability. And understanding. Agreeably to the rules and regulations. Constitution and laws of this Commonwealth. And the Charter and ordinances. Of the City of Peabody. So help me God. And I do solemnly swear. That I will uphold and defend. The Constitution of the United States of America. And the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So help me God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations.
Great. Congratulations again to all of you. And wanted to bring forward Eric Wright to be sworn in as a reserve firefighter. As Chief mentioned, we swore in last year 8 new reserves. Eric was unable to join us because he was deployed as a member of the United States Army overseas. So it's great that we're able to have this moment with him today. And I wanted to ask Eric to come forward, please, and Allison to come forward to give Eric his oath.
Thank you, Mayor. So as Mayor Betancourt mentioned, the police have done this in the past. This past May they did it. They had a swearing in and they had the commendation ceremony. I thought it'd be a great idea for us to do. So I got together with my deputy chiefs and some of the incidents over the past year and a half. We want to recognize some of the groups and some individuals with some real good stories. So first, could I have Captain Paul Silva, Firefighter Nick Murr, Firefighter Mike Loda, and Firefighter Dave Ritchie come up, please? So on July 18th, 2024, this was your Engine 7 crew. They responded along with Ladder 1, Car 2 to a reported motor vehicle into a telephone pole with possible entrapment. Engine 7 arrived under command of Captain Silva and found a single car accident with one victim out of the car, no entrapment, so we canceled the ladder. They assessed the patient. Right away, they found out the patient was one of our own, Donna Zellen, who works in our office. She had a severe arm injury. She was losing a lot of blood. Captain Silva made the call to apply a tourniquet to her upper right arm because she was losing blood rapidly and going into shock. That did stop the bleeding for the most part, but there was still some bleeding, so they applied a second tourniquet. EMS, Atlantic Ambulance, arrived there soon afterwards. They packaged her up quick, got her off to Leahy, Burlington, and I'm happy to say that Donna made a full recovery. She only missed about a month of work. She's unbelievable. And she'd be here tonight, but she, if you can believe it, she fell at the house today, and she scraped her knee. She's a little banged up, but so yeah, but she's doing great. I wish she was here. I can't thank these guys enough, for the job that night. So for your life-saving efforts and bravery, I give you guys these commendations. This next one, going to be recognizing one of our divisions, Division 4. I'm going to read your names. There was some extras, some guys working overtime that night also. So, but this was November 7th, 2024. I'm just going to read you the names of the men and women who are working. And then once I finish, if you can please come up and just go on both sides. Deputy Chief Richard Nelson, Firefighter Joseph Tardif, Captain John Hinchin, Firefighter Corey Desmond, Lieutenant Luke Murdoch, Captain Eric Smith, Firefighter Scott Smith, Firefighter Richard Swanton, Lieutenant Alexander Bernardo, Firefighter Sean White, Firefighter Andrew O'Connell, Lieutenant Justin Savageau, Firefighter Matt St. Pierre, Firefighter Daniel Smith, Lieutenant Ronald Ransom, Firefighter Mark Eliak, Fire Inspector Michael Pelazzaro, Lieutenant Ron Champa, Firefighter Vincent Villani, Firefighter Ken Padone, and Firefighter Steve Linane. You all please come up. Hey, thanks. You can, Luke, you can on this stage. Yeah, go both sides. If you have to, go both sides. You can do half and half. You can stay on this side if you want. Yeah. Perfect. All right, so on December 7th, 2024, 12:04 a.m., fire alarm received a call for a structure fire at a 6-unit apartment building at 100 Rear Main Street. And as many of you know, that's right behind like the Knights of Columbus, off to the side. A very congested area. Deputy Chief Nelson arrived on scene first. He had heavy smoke showing from the roof. On the C side, which would be the rear of the building, the Charlie side, he was not able to access to get around the building due to a fence. But he was able to climb up on a dumpster and take a peek out back, and the whole rear of the building was on fire. It had already reached the roof line, was up into the cock loft. So right away, he knew there was going to be lots of rescues. People were starting to exit. The alarms were sounding. These guys were able to get there very fast, timely manner, evacuate, which ended up to be 36 people from that building, which is amazing. That could have gone bad very fast. At the same time, Engine 1, first on scene, initiated a fire attack, took a line up, thought they had the fire knocked down, but it already extended up into the roof. Other companies were inside for a primary search, and I'm very happy to say that 36 people escaped that, and also there was one cat that was missing that they found it later on in the fire, so there was no animals perished in that fire either, but it was just a great, great rescue. We all saw what happened in Fall River recently, and this was a great effort by all these men. I commend them for that, and thank you for their actions that night, saving all those people. Congratulations. Thank you. This next one is also going to be for a division. This will be the last big one. It's going to be Division 1. and some guys who were working overtime that night. This was March 11th, 2025. It was on Pierpont and Avon Streets. I'm just going to read a list of names from my phone. All right. There are about 21 more names here. This was Division One. In command that day was Captain Brian L'Italian. Deputy Chief Benevento was working, but he was upstairs doing some incident command training. He ended up responding to the fire, but Captain L'Italian was the OIC for that shift. So same thing, once I'm done reading the names, if everyone could please come up. Deputy Chief Rob Benevento, Captain Brian L'Italian, Firefighter Joseph McGuire, Lieutenant Justin Savaggio, Firefighter Mark Jesse, Firefighter Evan Braz, Captain John Brophy III, Captain David Lemongello, Firefighter Corey Desmond, Firefighter Mark Eliak, Lieutenant Ronald Champa, Firefighter Greg Jordan, Firefighter Sean Dolan, Lieutenant Stephen Lynch, Firefighter Stephen Levitt, Firefighter Alex Dusnap, Lieutenant Michael Tassinari, Firefighter Michael Dewan, Firefighter Robert Brock, Lieutenant Ron Ransom, Firefighter Matt St. Pierre, Firefighter Kevin Mulvey, and Firefighter David Ritchie. Please come on up. Mark, back again. Yeah, you can go both sides. Okay, so on March 11th, 2025, we had a reported heavy black smoke in the area of Pierpont Street and Aborn Street. Division 1 was on duty that day. As I said, Captain Brian L'Italian was the OIC. He was in West Peabody at the time, so our training officer, Captain Russ Lewis, who can't be here tonight, he's also getting accommodation. T1, that's his call sign. He was at headquarters. He saw the smoke from headquarters, jump in his car. He arrived on scene first, and right away at number 38 Pierpont Street, he had heavy fire in the rear of the building that already extended to the roof, and the fire was already starting to catch at 60 Aborn Street, the rear of 60 Aborn Street. So Captain Lewis struck a second alarm very quickly. Myself, I responded. Salem companies, two Salem engines were already en route because Salem was also getting calls. But Engine 1 was able to get there very quickly, deploy a line on the fire. At the same time, Engine 4 from Salem arrived. They were able to get a line on the rear of 60 Aborn Street. Crews worked together very quickly, able to keep that fire to those two buildings. It was a very windy day that day. If you remember in March, we had some real windy days, and this is a very congested area, and this could have gone bad very, very quickly. There was two houses on either side of, I believe it was 58 Aborn and 62 Aborn, and those were in danger of going up. These crews were able to get in there, knock the fire down, make sure there's no one home at 60 Aborn and 38 Pierpont. We're actually going to have another accommodation for 38 Pierpont. Sean Farrell is going to be getting that in a minute. But they were able to make sure that both houses were cleared, and they just did a fantastic job. Because that neighborhood's tight, and that could have been a very bad day. So I just want to commend them for their actions that day, life-saving actions and bravery on a job well done from keeping those two structures. Thank you very much. All right, thanks, guys. Thank you. Sean Farrell, please come up, Sean. Sean's not going to be happy with me. I was supposed to introduce Sean first. But so during this fire, when this fire came in, you might have probably heard about this in the news. Sean heard the call come in. He lives close by. So Sean responded, no gear. He was the first one at the scene. He saw the fire at the rear of 38 Pierpont Street and started banging on the door, got no response, ended up kicking the door in on the first floor, rescuing a dog. He got the dog outside, went upstairs, cleared the second floor, which was vacant. He knew no one was home. And then at that time, he exited the building. Engine 1 had pulled up. And if you see some of the news clips, Sean's on there. He's helping Engine 1 flake their line out for a fast deployment. What he did was unbelievable with no gear, just no regard for anybody else. It was a great job by Sean. So congratulations, buddy. Thank you. Good job. All right, next up, could I have Lieutenant Anthony Ruciano, firefighter Mike Loader, and firefighter Dan Lancaster. All right, this was April 27th, 2025. Dispatch received the call of a reported stabbing at the Golden Banana. Engine 3 was dispatched along with law enforcement and the ambulance. Upon arrival, Engine 3 personnel found police had already secured the scene, and there was a victim in the parking lot. The patient was found with 3 stab wounds, 2 located in the lower abdomen and 1 to the upper chest in close proximity to the heart. He was fluctuating in and out of consciousness, indicating potentially life-threatening injuries. E3 personnel quickly applied trauma dressings to all visible wounds to control the active bleeding. During their secondary assessment, observations were made that indicated the patient was entering hypovolemic shock due to internal bleeding given the mechanism of injury and rapid decline of the patient's status. It was determined that advanced interventions were going to be required en route to the hospital. Lieutenant Ruciano, having just gone through some training we had with the blood truck out of Lawrence Hospital, notified dispatch to have the blood truck meet the ambulance en route to Leahy Burlington Hospital, which they did. Because of those life-saving actions from the crew that first got there, the scene was secure, but Lieutenant Ruciano, with his quick thinking, notifying the blood truck, they were able to save this patient's life. It's on the spot, quick thinking, with training he had just had, and all 3 members did a great job stabilizing this patient, getting him ready for transport, and it's a credit to these guys that this gentleman's still alive. So congratulations. Next up, I have Lieutenant Matt Dowling, firefighter Matt O'Brien, and firefighter Gary De La Cruz. This was May 23rd of 2025. Engine 3 again responded to Brooksby Village for medical aid. Came in as a difficulty breathing. When Engine 3 arrived, they were notified that they had an 85-year-old resident who had just gone to cardiac arrest, and the security team had just started CPR. Engine 3 got to the scene. They took over CPR. They ended up doing, they had attached their AED, the defibrillator, got a no shock advised. They went through 6 rounds of CPR, and after the 6th round, they were able to get a pulse back. Atlantic arrived on scene, took over patient care. They were able to package the patient up quickly, and I'm very happy to report that that patient made it. And thanks to the efforts, life-saving efforts of the Engine 3 crew along with Brooksby Security. So congrats, guys. Thank you very much. Have firefighter Devin Wolf please come up? So this incident did not happen in Peabody. This happened in Marlborough, Mass. And not many people probably know about it. Saturday morning, 9:30, Devin, his wife, and 2 children were just leaving swimming lessons. As he's leaving the complex, Devin looked out, his wife looked out, they had heavy black smoke off in the distance. So we went, what any firefighter would do, he went to investigate. So as he pulled up to a strip mall in the rear of a Chipotle restaurant, he found a dumpster fire with a bunch of recycling bins also on fire against the building, and it looked like fire was already extending into the building. So Devin drove around the front of the building, called 911, you could see employees inside, and started banging on the door, and no one was answering, no one's coming out. It took him a few times as he kept banging on the door, they realized, oh, someone's out there. So he let them know they had a fire, and there was a little bit of a language barrier, but he made sure all 6, after some coaxing, got out of the building, and he did a great job. And if anyone knows Devin, knows he does not want any part of the limelight. The first police officer showed up. What did Devin do? He got in his car and drove out of there. So didn't give anybody his name, just took off. But I found this out about a week later, and I just thought this would be a great time to recognize Devin for his life-saving actions and bravery. So great job, Devin. All right. Could I have firefighter Sean White please come up? This is another great ending here. So Engine 3 was with firefighter Sean White, Lieutenant Alex Bernardo, who's on vacation, and firefighter Ryan Fanning, who's also on vacation. They're both, I think one's in Aruba and one's in Germany. So they couldn't be here, but I want to make sure they get recognized. So Sean's here representing. This just happened recently. This was September 2nd, 2025. Engine 3 was waved down near Keys Drive. For a child, a 14-year-old child who was down in cardiac arrest with a bystander giving him CPR. Engine 3 called it in the fire alarm. They began CPR, attaching the AED. They got no shock advised. Second round, they got shock advised. They deployed 1 shock, continued with CPR for 2 more rounds. Then they applied a second shock after 4 rounds of CPR. The ambulance, Atlantic ambulance, showed up right after that. They were able to attach their AED. Engine 3 continued with CPR. After 6 rounds of CPR, another shock was advised, and the patient got his pulse back. They continued breathing for him, loaded him up in the ambulance, and I'm very happy to report that this 14-year-old boy has made a full recovery. So, congratulations. Great job. Great job, Sean. We have one more, but it's for firefighter Joe Tardif. He's on his honeymoon in Hawaii. So I just give you a quick little backstory. This one happened right here in City Hall. The mayor has his holiday concerts, the orchestra, and this was December 7th, I believe, of last year, 24. Joe was on a detail here with Deputy Hosman, and an older woman came up to a table Joe was at and asking for water, but he could tell she was in distress. So it was Joe and Keith Bloom, Director of Security, were here. Joe could tell something was wrong, and they looked at her. She started turning blue, so Joe realized she was choking. Joe gave her 2 abdominal thrusts, cleared the blockage. EMS was notified. Atlantic responded. They checked her out. She wanted to stay for the concert, so she stayed. So it was a great job by Joe. So I'll see him when he's back from his honeymoon. So that's a good one. So again, that's the last of the accommodations. I have 100 firefighters, officers work for me. I could go on about all of them. They all do an excellent job. They make me look good every day. I'm real proud of them. I hear how busy they are every day in my office. I can, I hear the dispatches. I don't hear the dispatches at night, but during the day. But no, they do an excellent job. I couldn't be prouder of these group of firefighters we have on here. Hopefully the 7 new recruits that just got sworn in tonight, you heard some of the stuff. This is some of the stuff you'll be dealing with. And I'm sure you're going to be doing a good job too. So thank you all very much for being here this evening. It was a great night for the fire department. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. That was terrific. It was wonderful to hear those stories about those heroic actions. And congratulations to promotions, our new firefighters, and all the great work that our men and women do in the fire department. That was wonderful to hear and really brings to life the important, amazing work all of you do for us. I wanted to just end with a couple of thank yous. Thank you to our HR team, Dagmar, Kelly, Beth, and Tara. I wanted to mention Brian, who set everything up this morning for tonight, or for this afternoon's event, and Chris and Lindsay from my office. And then a special, and Chief mentioned, and it was terrific, I wanted to do a special mention to all the families. All of you serve in the Peabody Fire Department, and we're very thankful that you let your loved ones and support your loved ones and allow them to serve our city and do the great work that they all do. And I wanted to take a moment to thank all of you for believing in your loved one and, again, allowing them the opportunity to serve this city. And we really are in good hands. Police department, our fire department, both extremely strong, and it's because of all the men and women who give of themselves and their families who support them. So thank you. Please enjoy yourself. I know we have some food in the back, but again, congratulations to all, and it was a great night for the Peabody Fire Department. Thank you.